Yo, what's up everybody? It's Stefan here from Mod to Fame, and we are back with another video. And in this video, we're gonna be covering the top 5 things you need to ask or need to know before modifying your car. Anyway, let's jump into it. Let's go. Listen guys, I'm gonna tell you one thing that's super important. I always want you to remember this. That modifying ain't easy, but it sure is fun. So what does that mean, Steph? That means that we do what we love. We build these cars, we modify them, we race them. We wanna make more power. It's never good enough from the factory. I'ma leave it stock. It only lasts for the first few weeks until somebody gap you, right? That's modifying, that's the culture, that's what we live in. So if that's gonna be the case, then we're gonna be talking about today inside of this shop and in front of this 1400 horsepower GTR, or we could talk about my 1200 horsepower twin turbo Hellcat, or the Lamborghini that's right there behind the camera. Whatever it is, everybody has their different style, different approach, but at the end of the day, we all do this because we love this. I'm gonna go over the top 5 questions you need to ask yourself and that you need to talk about with a shop before you modify your car. Now you may hear some noises in the background. It's because this is a shop and people are working. And always remember though, it's always gapping season. Right now it's cold outside, but you know what? It's still gapping season right now, available on modtofame.com. Listen, the first thing that you need to do, number 1 thing that you gotta ask yourself and that you have to know and be honest with yourself about is, if something breaks, can you afford to fix it? Now that's a loaded question. It's a loaded question because you're asking yourself, well, I didn't get into my car to modify it to break it. No. And you know, sometimes people modify cars where you add 30 extra horsepower, you might never break it. 50 extra horsepower, might never break it. 100 extra horsepower, you may never break it. But that being said, there's no guarantees. So therefore, if you get into this, if something breaks and you voided your warranty because you modded your car, can you afford to fix it? The second question you gotta ask yourself is, can you be without your car for long periods of time? Can you be without your car for long periods of time is a real question that you gotta ask yourself, because I'm not only talking about when you build a car, I'm talking about, you know, maybe it's the wrong season. You can't drive your car during this season because you got on drag radials, or maybe you put air suspension in your car, is too low now. I don't know, whatever the case may be. There are a lot of instances when you modify your car that things might not go your way in terms of being able to use that car. Something could break, something minor, but it could take weeks while you wait for that part to come in. So a lot of people make the mistake of heavily modifying their daily driver, and then they're mad when their daily driver is down getting fixed. That's a part of the game. That's just how it goes. So you really got to ask yourself, can I be without my car for long periods of time if I'm going to modify it? Number 3, the third question. But before we jump into question number 3.
Hey, what's up guys? I'm Chris Childs and I'm here with Big Purp. Yeah, that big beauty in the back. I'm here to tell you how you can take her home free and clear. So the first thing you're gonna do is go to modtofame.com and I'm gonna tell you how to win. All right, so every $5 spent gets you an entry. So everything you see there, all the cool stuff, like this shirt, those stickers, yeah, it gains you an entry. So make sure you go ahead and check it out. You get a chance to win her. Why not take her home and wear cool stuff? Tell them Chris sent you.
That's right, guys. There's only 13 days left to enter to win this car. So make sure you get in there to do that. Now, on to number 3. The third thing you really need to ask yourself and be honest about before getting into modifying your car. And that is, what are the ultimate goals and how you're going to use this car is the question. How do you intend to use it? Are you building a drag car? Are you building a street monster? Are you building just something for you and wifey or shorty to go out in? And when you press it, you just want to hear a little something? What are you building? What is the reason that you're doing what you're doing? What is the ultimate goal for what you're doing with your car? The reason why that is so important and I cannot stress number 3 enough, is because you could start out the wrong way. You could start out saying, oh, well, I only want another 50 horsepower, right? Because, you know, I don't really need to race nobody. I just want to make the car a little bit more peppier and faster. And then someone gaps you and you're mad. Or you could start out saying, I'm going to take this car to the track every weekend. Then you build the car and realize you never go to the track. It never happens. You don't have time, you know. And then what you really wanted was a car that you can go out on a Saturday night, Friday night, go meet up with your friends and go gap everybody. That's what you meant. But what you built was a car that wasn't made for that. So that's why it's so important that you get it right. You got to know what you want from the beginning so that this way you can set down that path immediately. Maybe instead of doing, you know, a set of 20-inch wheels with a street radial, maybe you were supposed to do 15s from the jump, because so now you got 2 sets of wheels sitting, you got 118, 115, 120, you got all of this stuff that you didn't need because you didn't plan out the build right from the jump. So it is super important that you follow that to the letter. Number 3 is so important. Now, number 4 is also a big one. Number 4 is a big one. And number 4 is, can you maintain a build? If you build a car, this right here, I'm standing in front of, again, is a 1400 horsepower built motor, built trans, standalone Motec system in this car. Amazing, amazing, amazing build. Full carbon fiber, everything. Whole front half of the car is carbon fiber. Sick car, right? That being said, this is not the car that you're going to be going to the grocery store in. It's too far gone at this point. You know, could you? Yeah, but trust me, you wouldn't want to, right? So in number 4, as you begin to use a car like this, even if nothing breaks, there's just preventative things you have to do. You're gonna have to change oil more. You're gonna be switching tires more. You're gonna be changing brakes more. You're going to be checking fluids more. You're going to be changing wastegate springs. You're going to be getting fuel injectors cleaned as it sits through the off season. Is so many different things that you're always going to be spending money when you have a build. You're always going to be spending money. It's never done. It's never over. You're like, I'm finished. That's done. Now, are you going to spend major money if nothing breaks? Nah, you should be okay. But that being said, it's going to nickel and dime you. So do you have an allocated budget for maintaining a build? It's a real question you got to ask yourself before you jump into this. Otherwise, you're going to hate it. And then the biggest of them all, number 5. The biggest of them all, number 5. Y'all ready for this one? Y'all ready for this one? Listen, man, I know it might seem like all doom and gloom what I just shared with you. Number 5 is the reason why we do what we do. And number 5 is, are you ready for that high? Are you ready for the first time you do that pull and you feel that extra 100, 200, 300 additional horsepower? Are you ready? Because let me tell you something, that is a high. You know, people have bad habits, drugs, alcohol, all types of gambling addictions and just crazy stuff in the world that we live in. So if the worst thing that I could be into is my car, and that's my vice, and this is where I want to spend all my time, my effort, and my money, then leave me alone, because this is my high. But let me tell you something. I hope you're ready, because after you experience that first high, you're going to chase that forever. You are officially locked in. You are officially a car guy. This is it. You are never leaving another car stock. This is now your life. So I hope you're ready. That is number 5. And number 5 makes 1 through 4 completely worth it all. It's your boy Stephen here from Mod to Fame. I hope you liked that video, and if you did, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, share, hit that bell notification so you don't miss no more videos going forward. Remember, we only got about 13 more days to enter to win my Charger Widebody, which you don't got to do nothing to, although you probably will after watching this video. Anyway, it's your boy Stephen here from Mod to Fame, and you know what to do, man. Make sure you share this out. Make sure this goes viral, because everybody, if you own a shop, you need to see this. If you want to mod your car, you need to see this. All of us need to see this, because it is a contract that you must enter between yourself, reality, between the shop, and between you. You guys got to go into this contract based on these 5 questions, all right? Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.